What's crackin', figure freaks? Your boy Gingervitis75, your blue collar collector, coming at you with another action figure review. Today we're doing the G.I. Joe Classified Mainframe. And yeah, he's a nerd. We got the QR code down there at the bottom, the asset symbols up at the top. He is 178 in the line. We're hitting 200 pretty soon, people. Be over 200 deep in the line. Let's look at the back of the box here. We got a pretty cool image. I do like these action shots that they have on the back of the box. It's pretty cool. Sometimes you get little Easter eggs in the background, but it looks like he's, I don't know, that's a nice crate, and I got crates. Maybe we could almost like redo this image here. We'll see what we can do. I think he's got like a little laptop over there. It looks pretty fucking wicked. I hope we get that in the box. I don't know. Why the fuck would they show that and then not give it to us? So it looks like a cityscape in the background. Looks like almost like a war zone. It's cloudy, it's dark. Maybe he's up on the same rooftop as Sci-Fi. Some close-ups here. Got that artwork right there. There is our barcode. Let's open this bad boy up and see what Mainframe is all about. Out of the box, we have our Mainframe all displayed. His real name is Blaine Parker, as it says on the box. Again, I don't really give a crap about what their real name is. You know, I just go by code name. I think getting their real name is just confuses things. He joined the Marine Corps, so he's a Marine. His specialty is computer technology. Secondary specialty is infantry. Here we got the knife, chromed up blade, black handle. Then we got his pistol here. Looks decent. Then you got these two contraptions. I think they're just like handheld computers. You got this one here, which I think he's got a little holster for. And then you got this guy, which he's probably supposed to be holding on to this one. It's got the little molded in clip back there, so it looks like it could clip onto something, but it doesn't. You have this little hole here for a peg, which is, I think, the power line that goes from his backpack into this little contraption. So, not bad looking sculpt. Here is that wire, flexi wire. It's got the two plug-ins on each side. Then you got that backpack, and there's the hole that it plugs into. Got a little antenna up there, a little vent. Very techy looking. Decent sculpt. I do like this on the inside of it, which this will go up against his back because you see the peg there, and it's almost like a cushion. So pretty cool that they did like one other color besides just the matte black, which is basically the color of the mold. So to add that on there, I mean, that's all right. Then we got the laptop, which I think is pretty wicked. It's like a suitcase. It's got that handle up there, and then you just kind of, oops, you just take this part, and it swings down. You got your keyboard down there, little mouse pad, and then you got the readout of the screen up here. It's all red, like something's about to launch or explode, but pretty cool. I do like this, actually. As far as standing up, though, it's not the best. You gotta kind of, if you're gonna open it, you gotta have it kind of tilted inward, or else if you kind of bring it this way, it tips over like so. Nice mold on the outside. So I would say this is probably one of the highlights. I just like the screen here. The red, you got like the kind of warning thing going on, so it looks like shit's about to go down and mainframe's gonna have to do some hacking. Again, yeah, computer technology is his primary specialty. Infantry is his second. He's a tech geek. But he was actually a Marine long before getting interested in the tech. Here we got him with his headset and ball cap. Not a bad looking sculpt. Like that back there with the straps back there that you can adjust. His hair's coming through. Yeah, not bad. And then we got his helmet, which is, I feel like this is what he wore back in the day in the 80s, a real American hero, so I think he's got to wear the same thing. He kind of has that same symbol up there that he had. I think that's right on the ball cap, yeah. He's just got those two stars on a little maroon reddish patch on a gray hat, but I'm going to be going with this guy. Looking at the figure, seems like I've seen this kind of haircut many times. Not a bad head sculpt though, I gotta say. It doesn't look too bad. The paint's looking good. Like the shirt, it kind of reminds me of Starduster. It's like the grayish kind of shirt with the pockets and stuff. You got this strap here, little gunmetal, lots of tech. Got the holster here for his gun. It does detach, so it unpegs. It's kind of loosey-goosey. Got the rolled up sleeves. I don't know if these are like, what, Ethernet cords maybe? I don't know. So he can like hardwire himself into like some like, you know, the enemy's computer system. There's that other holster, I think, for that device. Knee pads. Sheath for the dagger. So pretty nice looking sculpt. I would say very true to the source material. Let's hit the articulation. Head bobbles just a bit, 360. Shoulders are going up and around. You do have that bicep swivel, but it's up on the sleeve of the shirt. Double jointed elbows. And then, of course, you got that pivot. Down here, so the hand kind of moves like that. You got the twist, of course. Stomach crunch. It looks like I lost the the holster there. We'll get that reaffixed. We have that waist swivel and the pivot. Ball joints on the hips. Those are pretty nice splits. We have that thigh cut. Double jointed knees. He can kick his own butt. Interesting, they got the black paint there on the hinge. Whatever, it's not that big a deal, I guess. And then a low cut on the boot swivel. So you got that down there, just above the ankle rocker, where you got that tilt and that pivot. So pretty decent looking figure. Finishes off that wave of, what is it, wetsuits, sci-fi, and the Viper. What is it, the Grim Viper? So we'll put this back on. So you got that little hole right there. Seems like it kind of wants to come off. There we go. We got it affixed there. Now we got the strap. So that strap comes undone. It buckles there. You can put that gun in there for safekeeping, because he is a tech motherfucker and he doesn't mess around with those guns too often. I don't think he's like a pacifist or anything like that, but I think he's going all in on the tech. He's one of the smarter guys, I would say, for the Joes. Some of the other guys, I guess, there's High Tech, who I'll show after this segment here. The figure is from that Sigma 6. Also, Hard Drive is another techie guy. We got that Valor versus Venom 2-pack that he came with Baroness. Some other honorable mentions of some Smarty Pants, Scarlet, Lady J, Doc, and Airtight. Can't wait for an Airtight figure. I don't know why, because I think it goes up to the class of 86. I think we're all good. I think it's maybe Flash and Zap. I think Zap was announced, if I remember correctly, but Flash still has to get a figure. And then we're pretty much up on to the class of 86. From 82 to 86, I think we have some version of every figure. But that Airtight, and people were like, oh, I don't remember Airtight being that great. I was there when that dude came out, and he was kind of popular in the cartoon. But I remember all my friends were gunning for Airtight's figure. But that's just me. I mean, I lived through that shit, and I liked Airtight. Sorry, I gotta drink my coffee here. But I remember he kind of had that Norman Osborn type, like, hairdo on Airtight, and when he took off his helmet, I was like, oh shit, he looks like fucking Green Goblin, you know, like, but that didn't make me not like him, you know, he just seemed like a good character. So hopefully Airtight's coming out soon. And then Hardtop, who I think looked to me like a mainframe repaint to me. So let's show pictures of those guys now. All right, here we just got the packaging for Mainframe from the figure from the Real American Hero. And then we got the backside, class of 86, along with the file card. Here he is out of package. And then this one is the Special Missions Brazil version. And here we have High Tech in his Sigma 6 appearance. Kind of a janky, weird style action figure. And then we have Hard Drive in the Valor versus Venom 2-pack with Baroness. And then finally we have Hard Top, which is kind of a original Mainframe repaint. And then here we got his little file card. All right, now we got mainframe up on the turntable, and I gotta say, I do like this figure a lot. One of the things that I kind of judge a lot of my Joes, especially with the classified, is like how much of his gear and weaponry and accessories can you have on his figure, as opposed to, you know, like this guy, which is an alt head, so obviously you can't use that, but it's going into a bag and then into a bin. So how can you minimize what you're putting into a bag? And with GI Joe Classified, it seems like you can almost always get all his gear onto the figure. We have that helmet. We got the backpack with the wire that goes into the device there. We have the gun and the holster on the near the chest. We got that laptop. We have the dagger and the sheath on your hip. And then we got this device as well. Now it looks like this device isn't gonna stay there, but it actually really does, surprisingly. It looks like almost too big for this thing, but you pop it in and it stays in pretty good. It's not gonna fall out unless you give it a good tug. So, nice figure. And I do like stuff like this. Got some techie stuff. I don't know if that's like a little camera or just another one of his little devices. Cool little paint like that. Almost looks like a bobby pin or something up there. The buckles look good. The paint for these two wires, which I think are like Ethernet cords or just something to take out in case he's got a plug in here. Yeah, pretty nice. Of course, we do have what I love to forget, and that's those butterfly joints. I do also like the sculpt on this shirt, kind of little wrinkles. Very decent. The buckle down here and all these little pouches. The knee pads look authentic. You get the little studs on the side. So very nice figure, I gotta say. I'm very surprised. I wasn't as excited for this figure as I was for, say, Wetsuit and Sci-Fi. Those were figures I had as a kid. I never got mainframe. Of course, the Grim Vipers I was pretty excited about because it was almost like a repaint of the Range Vipers, which I never got to do a review of or take out a package because I only got one, and when I only get one of them and they're hard to find, I'm probably not going to bust them out. So those Grim Vipers will happily take the place of the Grim Viper, and I got 4 of them, so at least 2 of them will be taken out of package. Let's go into some comparisons. Before we get too far into comparisons, I was going to bring out Breaker first because he is known to be one of the smarter guys from G.I. Joe. But look at the size difference. I mean, like, I never thought Breaker was a big guy, but compared to Mainframe, like, Mainframe is a little dude, and he's coming out, boy, like 5 5/8, I would say, with the helmet, where Breaker is sitting at about 6 inches. So he's way bigger. Mainframe's a little guy. It seems like sometimes you get, like, I don't know what I'm expecting, but like leather neck, dial tone, just shorter figures, it seems like. So we'll put these guys back to back, and it's a major difference. Like, Breaker is a big man compared to Mainframe. Mainframe is, I hate to say it, but tiny. He's a little guy. But, maybe he's a tech guy. He's got to sneak around, crawl around, and find those plugins, so he can hack their shit. Being an infantry guy, maybe he kind of works in small spaces. I don't know. I'm just making excuses, but just the size difference is little shocking. Even dial tone is a bit bigger than Mainframe. Here we got communications guys, but they're smart. And much like Mainframe, they got these big old backpacks with wires attached to their back. I love Dial Tone. I don't know who I like better, though. I kind of like Breaker better just because he's old school. He's got the bubble gum. But I just think Dial Tone looks cooler. I had them both as a kid, so got much love for both Breaker and Dial Tone. Let's bring in some more guys. Here we got Mainframe with a bunch of his comrades that shared releases back in 1986. So this was the fifth wave of A Real American Hero in 1986, and we got guys like Beachhead, Sci-Fi, of course, that I just did a review of, General Hawk, and Dial Tone. Wetsuit was also a part of that, as was this guy, another smarty pants, and that's Dr. Mindbender. He's a different kind of smarty pants. He's insane. But again, I mean, look at the size difference. And I hate to, like, obsess over this, but, like, and I know people were, like, talking about Leatherneck, like he was way too small, but he had some beefiness to him. Maybe he's kind of like Wolverine. He's like that little scrappy guy, but I mean, Mainframe is just, I don't know. He's just small, man. It's kind of crazy. So, just getting kind of a good view, but he, you know, he's just a small guy. And I'll shut up now about that. And there we have our review for Mainframe. Nice figure. I do like all his gear. I like the gray clothing. I like all the little wrinkles and stuff in the mold. I do like that a lot. The colors are great. The black and gray and all the accessories. I like the laptop, of course. The backpack is decent. Seems like it's a little off kilter just where the peg is, but it kind of goes off to one side. Not really sure what that's about right there. Something supposed to plug in there, maybe? Interesting. I don't think so. But yeah, the only thing I can really say that's holding him back is his size. He's just a little guy. Whatever. It's not a big concern. It just seems like he's teeny tiny. Like it's like he's a kid almost. It's bizarre. He goes shoulder to shoulder with any of these guys, and he looks like he's a foot shorter than all of them. So that's it. I just want to tell you guys about the character has a degree at MIT, so he's super smart. So maybe being a big brute isn't his thing. He doesn't fight too much. He uses that muscle that's in his head, which is his brain. First appearance that he made in the comic books was in G.I. Joe Transformers #2, and his first appearance in the cartoon, in the Sunbow cartoon, was Arise, Serpentor Arise, Part 1, which a lot of characters make their first appearance in that episode, including a lot of these guys from that class of 86, including General Hawk, Dial Tone, I think maybe even Beachhead. So, decent figure. I'm going to give him a 6.5. A pretty nice figure. Nothing outstanding or like insanely cool about him, but he's just cool overall. I like some of the stuff like the patch here, different color, the wires down here, pretty nice stuff. Nice figure. And I'm super happy I got him, and to add him to my display. I'm doing a lot of work again on my display. We're rearranging the basement, so I'm pulling out like the TV and the couch from my display area, and I'm throwing in more shelves. So it's back here. We just pick these guys up, so we're moving stuff around. So this wall is gonna have the TV and my record player, and all this stuff is gonna go. And this couch, all this stuff is being moved. So I'm just trying to rearrange here. So this hutch, this TV will be going out here, and then my whole collection, I hope, is gonna get cornered into this one area. What I'll do is I'll get more of these bookcases and probably put like hopefully 3 more where the TV is, so it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then maybe a short guy down here, and then I'm gonna tuck both of these guys over here against this wall, and then I'm gonna get another shorty to go under these posters, and hopefully I can get everything put in here, and I'll get my table put in here, and then we'll have the workout area back here, and then the TV shits up in here. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one, which I think is gonna be this motherfucker right here. All right, guys. Peace out. Later.